Hi, I'm Trish.
Hi, Andy.
2005 was the year of the 40-year-old virgin, and it was a touching comedy in more ways than one.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're going for, a movie that's real and emotional and sweet, but also can make you pee in your pants. With laughter, I hope.
It all makes sense! You're a virgin!
Shut up.
The movie was an international hit and made many top 10 best lists. With his career on an up, writer, director, and producer Judd Apatow decided he wanted to make a movie called Knocked Up.
Well, I think after we finished The 40-Year-Old Virgin, the studio was happy that we didn't want to make a really expensive movie. That was my main pitch. What if I made another movie that was equally as inexpensive to make?
I'm Allison.
I'm Ben.
A great way to keep costs low, cast a friend who was a supporting player in Virgin to break his virginity as a leading man on the big screen in Knocked Up, Seth Rogen.
I love your curly hair. You like use product?
I use Jude.
So when you see the poster, is it still kind of surreal for you to see your face on it and know that this is all happening?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to see a picture of me that my mother's not showing to people. That's the only
She's not carrying it around?
Yeah, exactly.
You're prettier than I am.
It's really weird, yeah, definitely.
Do we have sex?
Yeah.
Nice.
Judd first cast Seth for his cult TV show Freaks and Geeks.
Did I meet him?
You know, he was kind of like medium height, sort of chubby.
With the man boobs.
Here, I have this thing of him on my phone. I just watched it.
Hey! I live in your phone!
Oh.
We wrote this generic freak scene that we had all the kids read, and the scene was where a kid was describing how he was going to grow marijuana underground below his cornfield, and if the cops came, he would blow the entrance and then say he was a corn farmer. And Seth said it really deep and funny, and he said, and then I blow the entrance, and then I just say I'm a corn farmer. And it just really made me laugh. I mean, he just had such an odd disposition.
I'm pregnant.
With a baby?
Why did we go to Costco and buy a year's supply of condoms if you weren't going to use them?
And then he slowly revealed that he was a great writer and had a great comic mind, and we did an episode of Freaks and Geeks that he was the lead of. It was about his character, and I thought, wow, this guy could carry a movie because he's really sweet, but also very caustic and sarcastic at the same time.
Fetch. All right, bring it back.
He's playing fetch with my kids. He's treating my kids like they're dogs.
And I thought he had everything that people like about their comedy stars.
I can barely get in and out of that little house.
Am I gonna be okay, man? No.
Part of that appeal, Seth's not afraid to play a freak or a geek or, as he would call it, normal.
She's bringing you to the gynecologist. She must like you.
Recently, a New York Times reporter took exception and took aim at Seth.
Yeah, in that article, actually, the reporter kept trying to egg me on to say that we were representing some select group of misfits that were kind of, you know, not representative of how most guys are. And I think she just didn't want to realize that she was married to a man who used to be like this.
I don't have a lot of money, you know. I mean, I'm not poor or anything, but I eat a lot of spaghetti.
I think that's where it all stemmed from. I was like, you just don't want to admit that your husband was a jackass at one point, do you?
So how
do I pay rent? When I was in high school, I got ran over by a postal truck.
Oh my God.
It was my foot more than anything. But I got like 14 grand from the British Columbia government. And that really lasted me. I mean, until now. I mean, it's been almost 10 years. I have like $900 left.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, from my experience, I mean, I haven't met everyone, obviously, but I've met almost everyone on Earth in my travels and humanitarian efforts. And I found most people on Earth are pothead slackers who work for porn web pages.
Me too. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
You know, he had this whole spiel about when he has the money, he's going to buy me the ring that I deserve. And
Seth's co-star, Katherine Hiegl from Grey's Anatomy. She says Judd Apatow writes just as well for women as he does for men.
You need to train him.
Huh?
Oprah said that when two people meet, they are forced to point out each other's differences and flaws.
I thought you're supposed to just accept people for who they are. Love them anyway.
You criticize them a lot, and then they get so down on themselves that they're forced to change.
It gave such a voice to women in this situation, and it didn't paint us as shrews and moody and awful. I mean, there were certainly those moments, but it also showed you when well, hey, she's kind of right here, you know, and she has a point, and, you know, your buddies can go to the bar and laugh and say, oh, you're whipped or whatever, but the reality is like, oh, these are two people trying to, it's not just his voice or her voice, it's the perfect combination of both.
Isn't it crazy, though, when you're gonna have a kid, all of a sudden all the plans and dreams you had in your life go right out the window?
What changed for you?
Knocked Up is a lot about growing up and becoming an adult, but still never losing the child within.
What do you mean?
What do you, don't look at me. I mean, we can talk about our fears here.
I think there's one childish thing I have given up.
I know!
I can't think of any of it. I still buy comic books and toys. I go to Toys R Us and buy toys.
I love toys. That's why I want to have children, so that I can go buy toys.
Until my Dateline episode airs, I will keep going.
Maybe we can take it down just a little. I think you're gonna scare the other pregnant women.
I'm gonna go sneak a peek, see if there's anything I can do. Dude, be in here. Get out! I shouldn't have gone in there.
Still ahead on Hollywood One-on-One.
There may well has not been an ocean before, so they invented the ocean for him. And he lived so hard because he wasn't afraid to live. He wasn't afraid to die.